This is part 2 of my talk with Dennis in Antalya, and we are going to continue the conversation in a minute. I just want to show the viewers all the diplomas that Dennis has achieved. That's a bit difficult. And his office is in St. Paul's, where he's the resident senior pastor. So let's continue, Dennis. Tell me about your goals and what you are achieving here at St. Paul's.
I would tell you that when I was almost 18 years old, I asked a question to God, and it was this: what do you want me to do with my life? Now, I didn't expect him to verbally come down and answer me, but I said, show me. Well, let me tell you something. When you say show me, you better be prepared for what might happen.
And what happened?
And what happened is that I was with a friend, a girl who I knew very well, at a state park in the eastern part of the United States. We were sitting on these huge boulders, and while we were talking, I slipped into the rapids, and I was unable to get out of those rapids. I tried as best I could to swim, but I could not because there was swirling rapids, and eventually, after trying for maybe 10 minutes, I blacked out.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was drowning.
Oh.
Hundreds of people were lined on the banks while the gal I was with was running, screaming.
Oh.
And a man who was an avid fisherman who had just had knee surgery jumped into those waters and rescued me.
Wow.
When you're drowning, you're fighting like crazy.
And did your life flash in front of you?
It did. It did. When I got to shore, I was unconscious.
Oh.
Someone gave me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and I came to. Now, you talked about an epiphany before. That was an epiphany for me because I knew God had a plan for me. And it was 2 days before my 18th birthday. So I am now 64. It was many years ago. But I knew that my life needed to have purpose,
and
some kind of purpose.
Is that why you went into the church?
Yes, it is.
Wow,
That
you
is
didn't
why.
tell me that.
Yes.
That's really
so that
something.
gives you a backdrop.
Yes.
So as I was invited to come to Turkey, and I served here 2 different stints, 3 months in 2013, 2 months in 2014, and then I was invited to come and move here, I said, what difference can I make in this country? This is a large country, more than 70 million, and there are 99.9% Muslims in this country. What impact do they
How
have?
many people would you say is part of the community at St. Paul's? How many kind of members in the community?
I would say we have 4 churches meeting here right now, 2 Iranian churches, a Turkish church, and an international church, of which I'm the pastor.
So
The international
how many,
church
roughly?
runs about 125 from 25 different countries. The international church.
125?
Yes.
Oh, that's not a lot of people.
No, very small. The Turkish church here is about 150, and between the 2 Iranian churches, we're talking about another 150. So you're really talking about 400 to 500 people.
Okay.
that come
And
to
the
this place.
international community? Because that's
International.
Dutch and
Yes,
American?
it's everything. About 125
Okay.
people.
Okay.
English is our common language.
Yes.
So I asked the question, what difference can I make? And it came down to the purpose, I think, that God created me. 2 things: to honor Him, to honor God, and to love people. Those are the 2 things. And you know what? That works. It works because it doesn't matter what your religious background is. If you honor God, the God you understand,
Yes, yeah, the higher being.
then you treat people with value and worth.
Respect.
And so every person I meet in this area, they ask me this question: did you come to convert us?
Ah, yeah.
I say,
yeah.
no, I didn't come to convert you. What'd you come to do?
Educate.
I came to love you. And they say, wow, what's that mean? Now, if I was in my 30s and I said that, people would think, are you crazy? But I'm in my 60s. I'm much older than them, and I will tell you that my experience in this community has been really unbelievable because I have been loved by people of so many different backgrounds, and I get to love them. I'll give you an example. I walk up and down the corridor in Kalichi 10 times a day. For 6 months, I would look over, and there was this young Turkish man sitting there.
You're talking about the streets of Kalechi?
Yes.
I better explain. Kalechi is the old city.
Yes, here in Antalya.
Yeah.
So I'm walking from the church out, and I would see this young man. I would nod to him. He would nod back.
Yeah.
We did that for 6 months.
Yes.
And then one day I walked to him and I said, "Do you speak English?"
But
Yes.
was he sitting on the street or
Sitting on the side.
On the
I'll
side?
tell you why.
On a step?
He was just in a chair.
Okay. Oh, in a chair.
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. And I say, "Why have you never talked to me?" He said, "Why have you never talked to me?" I didn't know you spoke English. What do you do here? He said, "That's my pizza shop right there."
Uh-huh.
And he said, "I watch you walk up and down. You are filled with energy." And I say, "Wow."
Maybe you should have tried one of his pizzas.
And I did. We have become, since then,
Pizza buddies.
great friends.
Yeah.
We're really good friends. I enjoy his company. I'm learning much from him.
Yeah.
He speaks good English, but he understands the Turkish culture. And he's helped me understand the mindset, the thinking, and the care.
Is he Turkish?
He is Turkish, 100%. He's married.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, his wife is going to have their first child in about 6 months.
And he's a Muslim.
He is, and this is what else, I have found that many people who live in this city are Muslims by culture,
but
not by religious persuasion.
I found that too, yes.
Just like the Jewish community is the same.
But they do honour Ramadan, I have noticed. You know, sort of like a big high holiday.
Tradition.
Yes,
It's
that's
tradition.
right. Cultural tradition, the family and all that sort of thing.
So I've never pushed anything on them, but many of these people, business owners, I've just gotten to know. I have a desire in loving people to honor their businesses.
Yes.
So guess what? If we're going to have food delivered to the church, I utilize these businesses because I want them to succeed. So,
in fact, actually, you do have pizza here, don't you?
Yes, we
Does
do.
it come from his place?
Yes, it does.
I'll have to try it.
So it's forming significant relationships with people is one of my goals.
Yeah.
To be a part of the community. I love that.
Well, you are.
Now, specifically, my role in the church here is to be a shepherd, to care for people.
Yeah.
If they have struggles, if they're sick, if they want counsel, I seek to provide that.
Yes.
Each week, I study probably 10 to 15 hours a week so that I can open up the Bible on Sunday mornings and share a word of truth and encouragement with people who come. I pray for people.
Do you give counselling as well?
I do.
Even marital counselling?
Sometimes, but there is a counseling center in Antalya, people associated with us who have degrees in counseling, full-time therapists here, that we send many of our people there to.
Oh, that's
so it's
interesting.
very good. It's in Punyalta.
Yeah.
So it's a full-orbed, not just preaching and teaching, but caring for people.
Sure.
And
in the community.
I have found a great joy in being a part of an international community. Africans, Asians, Europeans, Americans, Turkish people.
English?
Yes, Brits. It's been wonderful. And I love living in Antalya.
I don't blame you. I wish I were living here too, full time. Anyway, lovely to meet you again, Dennis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, great
Bye.
to be here. Bye.